Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. If you're watching this video and it's salat time, please pause it and go pray and come back when you're done. Please check out the description section of this video to support the channel. So I was actually going to refrain from making any more videos on this topic, but since I've had some tiny channels nipping at my heels regarding this situation, I thought I'd cover it again. I'm not going to name or shame any of these so-called Muslim men who are old enough to be my grandfather. All I will say is if you ever get to 5k subscribers, become qualified in Islamic studies yourself and learn to speak English properly, then maybe you'll get a proper response. Until then, you're on your own clout chasing my name and disgracing yourself by making seedy remarks about Muslim women young enough to be your granddaughter, all the while deluding yourself that you're a tough guy for picking fights with women online. Now back to the alleged Mohammed Hijab marriage controversy. It seems that the dust has settled and everyone got their pound of flesh in the form of video views and portraying Islam and Muslims in a bad light. And what good did it do for the people involved? None whatsoever. Brother Sneako weighed in on the situation and had a good take on it.
What's happening to Mohammed Hijab? People are people are really upset with him. Free Hijab. Mohammed Hijab is a great guy, bro. Mohammed Hijab is a great brother. And of course he's going to get pushback because he's on the front lines. You know, he's an apologist. He's always debating. So it's inevitable that this happened, but free Mohammed Hijab. And I would love to see his real character shown, because he's a really stand-up guy. And I know him I know Mohammed Hijab not just from the collabs that you've seen, but I spent Eid with Mohammed Hijab last year. I didn't have any Muslim family to spend Eid with because, you know, I'm a revert, my family's Catholic. And Mohammed Hijab, I got to be around his family, and I was around his children, and it was the kindness there. And even that he got a room for me. Like we went to this resort that was nearby in Jeddah or something. It was like a 3-hour drive from Medina. And he was gracious enough to to bring me around his family, and it's all very private. And obviously he's not going to do that with a lot of people, but he did that because he wanted me to experience Eid with the Muslim family, and I'll never forget that. And he never, you know what the crazy thing, shows the true character of Mohammed Hijab. He never spoke about that once. He didn't take a picture of it. He didn't talk about it on a podcast. He never mentioned it at all. He just did that out of the goodness of his heart. We went to this resort nearby. We got to have tea and stuff as his kids were playing. And I remember we stopped at a rest stop on the way there. There were a bunch of toys in this gas station. I bought it. It was kids' toys for Eid present. It was just a really wholesome time. And Mohammed Hijab made me feel welcome on that day. I got to return that one day and do the same thing. It's a real stand-up guy. What happened with Mohammed Hijab? He's just, people are trying to cancel him and whatever. Who cares?
As Sneako implied, we have to judge people on the wholeness of their character, not on isolated incidents hyped up on social media. Sneako's opinion seems to be that the so-called marriage scandal is a setup, staged to cancel Mohammed Hijab due to him being a well-known Muslim public figure that openly defends Islam. All I can say is this controversy, whether entirely true or not, does not define Mohammed Hijab or anyone else as a person as a whole. Sneako, speaking from personal experience with Mohammed Hijab, described the time they spent together as welcoming, family-orientated, wholesome and respectful. Does that mean he doesn't have faults or make mistakes? Of course not. I just make dua that everyone involved in this situation gets justice, closure, and are able to move on with their lives in a positive direction. I'd say the most balanced take on this matter was Brother Sajid's video. He summed it up well when he spoke about having the right intentions and always approaching things in a clear-cut Islamic manner and leaving grey areas alone. In general, I think the lesson for Muslim men is to conduct themselves in a responsible Islamic manner, no matter what, whilst keeping in mind the duty of protection and care they have towards Muslim women. And for Muslim women, the lesson is to avoid getting involved in sketchy situations that are not exactly in line with Islam or their own core values, especially in the pursuit of status or attention. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us and protect us all. Thank you for watching. Make sure to join my free Telegram group via the link in the description. And remember to like, subscribe and become a channel member for access to exclusive content. Until next time, inshallah, Jazakallah khair.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah.